Hello, it's Nick Brom here, and I am here to talk to you tonight a little bit about CSS. There's a web page that I made here with some CSS on it, and the source code for the web page and the external CSS file. So I'll start out by just showing you the external file here. I've got a bunch of stuff going on. I've got some styling for the body, for the various headings, and then header, nav, footer, and content, and then special stuff for job and resume. So you can see some of these elements right out of the gate. The header up here with its distinct background, the nav bar off to the side. And I want to talk first about sort of the stack, the order that CSS will work in. So the very bottom layer here is going to be external CSS. And that will be overridden by embedded internal CSS. So this particular bit here for the H3 is actually a different color than what I have in my external script right here. So if we just comment this out, it'll show you a bunch of blue instead of this nice brown color here. And so that will change everything except for this one, of course. You might ask yourself what's going on there. Well, in addition to the embedded code overriding the external code, you can actually override stuff inline, which is where you simply add a style and a color right here directly in to the tag, the H3 tag. So again, just for demonstrative purposes, we will pull this out, and this should now match all of the other headings. But I like that the way it is, so we will leave it as such. Alright, the next thing I wanted to talk about was a span tag and a div tag. So I have one div tag in here for the content area of my page. So the header, my name, and the picture and stuff are separate, and then everything else down here, this middle section, is actually styled by this div container for content. And it just lays out sort of a nicer color and a different font for all this stuff here. Now, when you use a div tag, you want to be sure to use it block level. I'm not just changing this, I'm not just changing this, I'm changing the entirety of the page right here. And you could simply use a div for this section, a div for this section, you know, between my horizontal rules, but that's kind of the idea. A span tag is going to be used inline. It's for a single element. So within this paragraph tag about working in IT security right here, I have a span tag changing security analyst, just those two words. And I've used a slightly larger, a heavier weight, it's bolded, and changed the color on it. So span tags are essentially just for small little things as opposed to something systemic and page-wide. And I'm actually calling that by its ID here, job, and that is calling the external right here. I have this little pound symbol in front of it to symbolize that it's an ID name as opposed to a class. I am also using class on here with this period symbol for resume, and that's just sort of the resume information here. And I've included that, I believe, in just two of my H3s here, education, and then at the bottom, volunteer work. So we have black text for those, or darker text. And then experience right here is not actually styled with a class tag. So you can see the font's just a little bit lighter. I'm just going to pop into my script real quick. I think that should cover just about everything. So I will get this submitted. I hope you enjoyed my lesson.